Well, my fellow agents, with it being Tuesday morning, it means that we do have a new global event beginning. We have a league that is continuing on. We have an apparel event happening as well. So today we are going to take a few moments, go over some of the things we can expect to see this week, and as always, take a few minutes and answer some of the questions you've sent the channel. What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and we're going to start this video off by going over a few of the things happening this week, and then we'll get into some of the questions you've sent the channel. So starting off with the EVA League, you can see we are rolling into week 2, and once again, the good thing is for those of you like myself who did not finish it last week, this is a continuation, so you should have enough time to get all this stuff done in order to get, the backpack trophy plus the other rewards. Now, the continuation of the apparel event is obviously moving on, and we'll get into a few details about that in a moment. There are a few important things I want to go over, but today also marks the start of the Hollywood Global event. Now, in full transparency, I'm probably not going to jump into it that often because I'm just not really a fan of this event. I know a lot of you out there are, and it is a great opportunity to earn some great rewards over the next week. And once again, remember, for those of you that are new and returning, you have to activate the league in order to earn those stars and the rewards as well. Now, you can see in the screen from this page here in the bottom left corner, it says activate. All I do in Xbox is press X. That's going to activate the event. And the best thing is you can turn it on or off anytime you like. So if you jump in, it's not your thing, you do have the option of switching it. Now, today also marks when the new weekly projects reset, and you have 3 great opportunities to earn exotic caches in the game. You have the weekly summit project, the weekly shade requisition, and the weekly legendary mission as well. Now, that does bring me to a few important details I'd like to go over really quick about the apparel event. And first of all, a huge shout out to one of our family members, Framed McRib, for bringing this to my attention. And he sent me a message saying that he noticed after playing Descent, the XP that he earned in that game mode was not going towards any apparel cache keys. Now, what you're looking at on screen is a message on the Division 2's Trello board, and they say they are planning to implement a fix to this problem in Title Update 19. Now, fellow agents, we have no idea whatsoever when that is actually going to take place. It could be well after this current apparel event is over, so my recommendation, do not wait for them to fix the problem. Farm missions, the open world, things like that. And as always, if you have any other questions, please let me know. Now, the other issue I'd like to go over in regard to the apparel event is a few different errors that you can see taking place. So first of all, you can see when I try to use an apparel cache key, you can see I get a message on screen saying could not handle request, and all you need to do at this point is completely shut the game down, log back in, and you should be good to go. Now, for me, logging out and logging in did not work. I had to completely close everything, and every time I've done that, I have then been able to open up a cache no problem whatsoever. Now, the other thing that's been brought to my attention is some of you out there have mentioned that after you get that notification that you have received a key, you check your inventory and it is not there. Once again, fellow agents, do that exact same process, close everything down, jump back in. That should fix the problem. And like I said earlier, if it does not work for you, please let me know and I'll try to get you answers as quick as I can. Moving on, we are now going to talk about farming exotics in the game, and we are going to focus on 2 specific ones. They are the Ninja Bike Backpack and St. Elmo's Engine. Now, the reason I'm bringing those 2 up is because for many of you out there, unfortunately, one of 2 things have happened. You either missed out on the Ninja Bike last season and you're trying to pick one up, or, and this has to do with both the Ninja Bike and St. Elmo's, you've had one and you've accidentally deconstructed it, which totally, completely sucks. You have my sympathies. I have been there before. Now, one thing I want to clarify is that you can definitely get them from exotic caches in the game at this point. So even if you missed them or you accidentally broke them down, you do have the ability to get one from an exotic cache. Remember, it's all RNG. I've talked to a few people that have opened 30 or 40. They do not see the Ninja Bike or St. Elmo's. And at the same time, I also hear from players saying that, I heard from someone this morning saying they had 4 exotic caches, and I think at least 2 of them had St. Elmo's in there. So again, remember, it is all RNG. It is luck. I obviously wish you nothing but the best. Now, I have heard from a few people saying that they have seen those exotics drop in the open world when they've been farming, but the majority of the feedback you've sent me is that the best way to try to get them is from exotic caches, so that is definitely what I recommend. And remember, fellow agents, you can play Countdown, earn Countdown resources, buy exotic caches on a daily basis, and hopefully you get lucky and finally get the thing you've been trying to get for a while. Moving on, we're now going to get into the topic of the game crashing, and unfortunately that is something that plagues a lot of people out there, and it really seems to hit the PC community more than others. Now, I've said before that I've been very lucky with this game. I play an Xbox Series X. I really do not run into crashing issues that often. I've had a few deltas here and there, but not on a consistent basis. And the problem we're having is that for many of you out there who are dealing with this situation, there is no rhyme or reason when it takes place. I hear from people saying their game is fine, then all of a sudden there's an update and then everything gets sideways. And on the other side of the coin, I hear from people saying, you know what, they've had problems for the last month straight, and now with the latest update, everything seems to be working fine. So it's really split right down the middle. So for those of you that may be having that issue, do me a favor and let me know what's going on in the comment section down below. I will do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. And as always, once the game gives us some tangible information, I promise to pass it along. Now that topic is going to help us segue into the game mode Descent. Now yesterday I put out a video talking about my thoughts in the game mode. I will leave a link to it in the description down below, and if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, taking a few minutes watching that video, and please let me know what you think in the comment section of that video, because I would love to get your feedback. Now, one thing I failed to mention in yesterday's video is the fact that disconnection issues have been really prevalent there as well, and unfortunately in that game mode, once you're done, you're done. There is no starting over. We all know you start at the beginning. It's really hard to earn rewards from that mode in itself. So again, that is going to have a huge impact on that game's replayability. I really want to get a baseline for how many people are having that problem, so if you wouldn't mind letting me know and watching that video, I would greatly appreciate it. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. Now, some of you have asked me, what am I doing in the game right now? And for me, I'm farming God rolled mods. That is exactly what my focal point is, because as all of us know, with Year 5 Season 2, that is going to see the reintroduction of incursions into the game. That is something from the first game, and they are insanely fun to play. So my recommendation is now is when you want to farm, work on your builds, work on different types of builds. You know, I'll leave a link to the one you're seeing in the description down below as well. But for me, the last 2.5 years I've been running with a shotgun. I need to improve my skill level when it comes to using other weapons, whether it's an assault rifle, an SMG. You know, there are so many different things that you have to become used to. So in my opinion, now is the best time to really focus on those builds, really work on getting them to where you want them to be. I sincerely appreciate all of your time, and as always, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, let me know and I will get back to you as quick as I can. On that note, I want to take a moment as always and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel, and remind you, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.